Good morning from Thorpe Park, where it's the first day of the 2025 season. I'm really excited to get back into the park today, get back on all my favourite rides and bring you all the latest updates in a full tour of the park. The weather isn't the best this morning, it's a little bit wet, but you know what, I'll certainly make the most of it. I've been looking forward to this day for a while, especially getting back on Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. You can see it right there behind me, you get a brilliant view of it when you pull onto the car park. Now I don't have to be too concerned or not yet, but a train does seem to be stopped right near the top of the lift hill, and I parked up about 10 minutes ago and it's been stopped there for all of that period of time since I drove into the car park. So like I said, I'm not too concerned yet. Hopefully it's just like a routine check or something that's going on this morning. But yeah, really excited to get parked on Hyperia today, so I hope that it is going to be open for the first day of the season. It looks like a monster though, doesn't it, here from the car park? And in fact it does from all around. Like, it dominates the skyline of Thorpe Park, standing at 236 foot tall. Opened last year as the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. And the park's home today from 10 AM through until 5 PM. And yeah, I've got here just after 9 because the security queues can get quite big. So yeah, top tip if you are coming to Thorpe Park, arrive here early if you can do and avoid them busy security queues. Yeah, there's a massive like cattle pen queue line behind there, which isn't great when you're queuing up in there. Obviously everyone has to go through security, but yeah, they could really do with like redesigning the whole like entrance plaza at some point in the future just to add some more capacity. To be honest, it looks like the turnstiles could already be open this morning. Very efficient if so. Yeah, look at this, 10 past 9 and they've already got the turnstiles open. That is fantastic. Yeah, screen's not on. I did notice there was a few dead pixels on the screen last year, so maybe they decided to turn it off, or maybe it's just not on yet this morning. But yeah, normally it's always on. I'd actually like to see this screen go and be replaced with just a big Thorpe Park logo. I think that would look a lot nicer here on the entrance, a bit like it used to be honest. You know what, I really do feel sorry for Thorpe Park because they've just had constant issues with Hyperia since it opened in May last year. There was issues with the lift hill where it was closed for an extended period. It's had quite a lot of downtime, it's rolled back, so many issues. But you know what, I just hope that this year they get more success from it. I really hope so because it's a very impressive ride. Welcome to the UK's most thrilling theme park. Entering into the dome here now. And yeah, you've got the holding area just on the other side, which will open at 10 o'clock. It's a lot better letting people in through the turnstiles early. It means you can come in here in the warm, especially on a wet morning like this, grab a coffee over at the side, and yeah, they've got the holding area then just on the other side there, which is great. Yeah, the island shop's not open yet, but I will be having a good look at the new merchandise later on. As always, I love seeing the new merch. Oh, look at that. It's always great seeing this skyline again here at Thorpe Park. And it's one that over the years just kept getting better and better. Obviously the first major coaster was Colossus back in 2002. The year after, 2003, Nemesis Inferno. And then of course more investments came later on. 2006 with Stealth. 2009 saw the Ride. 2012, the Swarm. And then last year, Hyperia, and the good news is, it has now cleared the top of the lift hill. Hey, you just see it there going through the stall. Still got test dummers in, and yeah, it's approaching 9:30, so I think what I'm going to do is be tactical and not go to Hyperia first. Even though I'm itching to get on it, I'm actually going to start off down at this side of the park and try and get on the Swarm, Stealth, and then Inferno. Can do like the 3 back-to-back. I think that might be the best option. All right, on time, this is what I like, 10 o'clock. The gates are open and starting off the day, hopefully with a ride on the Swarm. This was the UK's first wing coaster when it opened. Obviously we've got 2 now. Remind your Mayhem at Chessington. Let's go to the Swarm Islands. Love all the soundtrack and the theming down here. I still think it's underrated actually, the Swarm. I love it. It's a brilliant ride. Ambulance there in the middle, the crash plane over at the side. Awesome, really cool. Oh, look at this. Going to be on one of the first trains of the day, probably the 3rd train I reckon. Ideal on the Swarm. I love this station as well. All the church. Lots of theming around at the side, and here we go. We got lots of off-ride footage. First ride of the season here at Thorpe Park. awesome way to start the day. A front row ride there on the Swarm. Thought may as well wait an extra train and get a front row. It makes such a difference on a wing coaster like this. Just seeing nothing in front of you, and because you're kind of at the level of the track as well, you just feel so close to the track you can always reach out and touch it. It's an excellent ride. I love the wing over drop, and all the near misses really make that as well. The various different inversions on there, and it's very intense actually. A lot of wing coasters you don't find have the intensity, but the Swarm really does. It's an excellent ride from start to finish. But yeah, coming down the wing over drop and underneath the aircraft here is amazing. But yeah, brilliant way to start the day, and even the sun's come out now. Lovely. Oh, the weather's cleared up lovely now. Perfect. I'll take my coat off in a minute, it's quite warm. And yeah, it was a good call not going down to Hyperia first. It's not yet open today. It has been testing though. So yeah, I'm glad that I made the decision early on to not go down that way. And that's a bit of advice in general. If you do see a ride, you know, the stopped or something on a lift hill, and you're at the park for opening, it's normally not worth going to it first. You may as well go to other areas and make the most of it. It doesn't seem too busy though today. It is a Friday when I'm filming this. Let's go down towards Stealth. Love this view here in Amity. The Swarm there over at the back, tidal wave. I don't think I'm viewing tidal today, but you never know, we'll see how the day goes. Yeah, it's a bit warmer than it was, but it's not quite tidal wave weather, I don't think. Right, let's head through this way. Big Easy Boulevard. Obviously this opened last year, the rethemed Angry Birds land. Much bigger improvements on how it was before. Let's go down to Stealth. Is this open? Fingers crossed. If not, we'll go to Nemesis Inferno. Well, I saw a member of staff out the front and the sign says closed. So yeah, Stealth isn't operating yet either this morning. Yeah, Hyperia and Stealth both down. So we're going to go for Nemesis Inferno. You always trust the B&M, can't you? Both the B&Ms in action. What's this say? 10 minutes for Inferno. That's pretty good, that. Let's go and feel the heat. Yeah, this opened in 2003. Fantastic layout on here. That's the thing, I don't really like waiting about for closed rides. Just get on what's open, make the most of it. That's the thing at the Merlin Parks. Ride availability in general hasn't been the best for a couple of years now. So if you see something operating and it's only got a 10-minute queue, let's get on it. As much as, you know, really excited to get back on Hyperia and Stealth, get on these first. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Just up the steps to the volcano. Park's looking quite fresh though, from what I can see walking round. This seems to be moving pretty fast, which is good. There's Detonator. Hey. Love this view from the queue line for Nemesis Inferno. Looking out over the ride, and it's 4 inversions. Someone's just said that Stealth rolled back, so I'm not too sure if that's true or not. Obviously I've not seen it with my own eyes over there yet. But it is closed. Look at that big cloud. A looming cloud over Stealth. Quite atmospheric. I've been waiting just over 5 minutes so far, and here in the station, 2 trains in service. Yeah, this station doesn't quite cut it now, does it? Like Nemesis Reborn. Oh, beautiful station for Nemesis Reborn. I'd love to see this redone in the future. Saying that, you have got the big Bose wave cannons up there, so the audio sounds good. Let's go. just over a 5-minute wait there for Nemesis Inferno. Can't complain about that. And it's an excellent ride, a really good layout on that B&M inverted coaster. A lot of people always compare it with Nemesis up at Alton Towers, and that is of course because it shares, you know, the name. But it's a very different layout, very different type of ride, even though it is an inverted coaster from B&M. It's excellent. It's one of them that is aged beautifully. It's got a lot better over time. It wasn't very intense at all when it first opened, but now it's smooth and it's got the intensity, and it's an excellent ride. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Oh, the weather's cleared up beautifully now. Just about to join the queue for Stealth, which is advertised on 20 minutes. It has just reopened after it rolled back this morning. Yeah, it did actually roll back. I was chatting with some fans of the channel that were on the train. Very jealous of that. Hey, Stealth. Let's go, 20-minute wait. I love the feel-good vibes of this area of Thorpe Park. And a lot of Thorpe Park, to be honest, got them feel-good vibes, and that's what I really appreciate with the theme for Hyperia as well. Like the goddess and taking flight, instead of it being like another darker theme. Love the atmosphere down here with the music. I tell you what, you just can't beat these hydraulic launch coasters, and they are a dying breed now, sadly, as well. I mean, who'd have thought that King Dakar, once the tallest coaster in the world, would be removed? And obviously this is 205 foot, King Dakar was over 400, but you've got to make the most of these hydraulic launch coasters while they still exist, you know, because they're not going to be around forever. I've been waiting about 25 minutes, yeah, it's going to be about half an hour. By the time I get on Stealth, let's go. Supersonic, sonic, well, that was an excellent ride on Stealth. Waited 30 minutes there, which isn't too bad at all for one of the best roller coasters in the whole country. Absolutely fantastic, really enjoyed it. 0 to 80 miles an hour in 1.8 seconds. The acceleration on there is fantastic, and like I said before getting on, there's nothing quite like them Intamin accelerator coasters with the cable launch. They don't build them like that anymore, they're all LSMs now, so days are numbered for rides like that. I don't think Stealth's going to be going anywhere immediately soon, but obviously the day will come round that you know, parts aren't being made for them sort of rides anymore, and it'll either have to get replaced with LSMs or completely removed and replaced with something else. You know, we saw that with Cedar Point, Top Thrill Dragster changing to Top Thrill 2 for last year, you know, and yes, it's an amazing ride, but the launch of course hasn't quite got it like the old hydraulics, so you've got to make the most of them. But yeah, brilliant that was. Oh, I tell you what, it's a little bit windy actually today. It's not as warm as I was expecting, but you know what, the sun is shining now. There's like a tidal wave. Oh, I'm with Stealth. Love this viewpoint here. Oh! Tidal. Nobody on it. It really has got to be one of the best and most iconic views in a theme park here in the UK. Brilliant. What a skyline. I think I'm just going to grab a KFC for lunch. Yeah, I've managed to do 3 coasters and it's like 11:45, so not too bad. Yeah, going to head into the Amity Hotel, which is just a KFC in here. That'll do. Cheap and cheerful for lunch. Then we'll keep on riding. Oh, that was perfect timing. It's just gone 12 o'clock. And a few minutes ago, Hyperia opened for the first time in the 2025 season. And of course, that's where I'm heading to now. Yeah, enjoy me popcorn chicken there. KFC, it was £7 for a meal. Obviously, normally always bring me packed lunch to the Merlin Parks. But yeah, I was actually down in London yesterday, and there's vlogs coming up over on the Sandbrook Adventures, our second channel, so be sure to check those out. See, I didn't have my lunchbox with me today. Oh, I'm excited for this. And yeah, they've done a few improvements around the area, which is looking good. Put all the grass down here, there's some fencing up now. Obviously before, you know, it was all like bark down here, so it didn't look the best. Yeah, this looks a lot nicer now than it did. Oh, that's a good dispatch. That's what we want to see. Yeah, so they've put all this turf down here now. It looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. Hey, you alright? Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, put some bits around the side of the tree there, some rocks. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Presentation's much nicer. And obviously before, this fence wasn't here, so people were like walking across there and like looking at all that area, you know, and it was, yeah, getting a bit of a mess. So it's looking a lot better now, which I'm very pleased about. Here we go, just joined the advertised 75-minute queue for Hyperia. Single riders all the way back, so based on previous experience last year, I think this is quicker than single rider. Hey, hey, hello. So many people. Yeah, I reckon this is quicker, so I'm going to go for it because it's all the way back down there, the singles. All right, let's go. Beautiful day for it as well, UK's tallest and fastest. Excited to get back on. Really looking forward to it. I'm glad it's open and the weather's good as well. I tell you what, they are smashing the operations here. It may have opened almost 2 hours late, but they're getting the train sent out, which I'm pleased about. Yeah, it seems like it's been having some issues with the lift hill again. Like I say, you saw it at the start of the vlog, and it was stopped right near the top. Then I've heard it's been getting stopped down at the bottom as well, and yeah, it's been having quite a few issues, but you know what? It's an incredible ride. Hyperia, and it's only here at Thorpe Park. Just approaching the top of the lift now. There she goes, the Golden Goddess. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, this isn't actually too bad at all. Like I said, I think this is quicker than single rider. And this is looking a lot better around here. Really good. Some planters and yeah, presentation, much better. Just wish it opened like that last year really. But still, they've done it now. Well, I tell you what, I've been waiting 10 minutes so far, and this queue is flying almost out of the cattle pen, and then down here on this bottom section now. Really good, definitely overestimated. Yeah, this is looking so much better with the fencing and all the grass down here. Obviously it's not really themed Hyperia, it's more stylised. But it does look good, very smart down here now. Squeaky. Love watching all the trains as they start to ascend the 236 foot tall lift hill. And the exciting thing is, in a few weeks time, I'm actually going to be getting harnessed up and climbing this lift hill. So yeah, Thorpe Park have brought in Hyperia lift hill walks, new for 2025. It's £120, but you know what, I feel like it's worth it for a unique experience. So yeah, I look forward to that. I'm going to be able to get some awesome photos and videos from climbing up this lift hill in a few weeks time. So that's coming up here on the channel. Really looking forward to that. Oh, just the whip that you get coming down that drop. Amazing. I do think it's really handy how they've got the water refill stations around Thorpe Park. There's even one here in the queue for Hyperia, which is great. Beyond the horizon. I tell you what, I know it's only a bit of grass and some fencing, but it's made the world of difference down here. It looks so much nicer than it did before. And this is actually my favourite spot in the queue line. It's got that view of Colossus to the left, the original thrill ride here at Thorpe Park, Saw just behind it there, and then the newest, Hyperia. Yeah, it's moving pretty good. As much as the queue line is looking a lot better, there's actually no audio playing. I mean, you've got the dispatch audio playing when it comes out the station, and obviously all the lift hill, the speakers as well, which really adds to the experience. But yeah, the actual queue line audio isn't on today for some reason, and you got all the speakers down here, but yeah, no music on. I hope they can get that sorted soon, because it does really add to the atmosphere. Hey! Yeah, you can hear the music when it comes out, playing from the speakers there at the bottom. Been waiting 35 minutes so far. I do love standing under Hyperia, just looking up at the ride. Yeah, shame you have got the nets there, but it is for your safety. Just in case anything did fly out down here. Obviously the queue line is directly underneath. But yeah, you still get some awesome views. It's not the easiest to film with the nets being there. But yeah, I thought 75 was going to be overestimated, but yeah, I think that's probably going to be about right now by the time I'm on. Still worth doing the main queue though, just to get them shots and see it with the new landscaping, which does look much better. And here we go, back in the station for Hyperia. I've missed this. Obviously my final ride was back in October 2024. Great to be back in here. Yeah, station's looking fresh and quite a bit of cleaning up. Yeah, there's a few cobwebs throughout last year, so I'm glad they've got them sorted out. Presentation is key, isn't it? Here we go. I'll see you when I come off. First ride of 2025. Find your fearless on Hyperia. Here at Thorpe Park is an absolutely incredible ride, and I loved getting back on there for the first time this year. I missed it so much over winter. I was craving getting back on this coaster, and that's when you know it's an absolutely brilliant ride. Hyperia, the elements on here just hit so hard. That first drop is incredible, especially towards the back of the train. It really just wants to throw you out your seat, and the fact you've got the lap bars on here really makes the experience. And then of course going up into the other huge elements on here, the outward bang, the barrel roll down drop, which is fantastic too, especially near the back of the train. And then my favourite element, which is the stall, an absolutely amazing part of the ride where you're just hanging there upside down. The hang time is brilliant, and literally it's like you're going to fall out your seat. It's an awesome ride, it really is, and I've got to say they're doing really well with the operations on there. I was a little bit worried when I rocked up on the car park this morning and saw it stop near the top of the lift hill. I was thinking, oh, you know, it's having these issues with the lift again, is it going to open today? But it has. They're getting the train sent out there nice and fast as well. The queue was moving a lot quicker when I first joined it than it was later on, but was chatting with loads of people in there, and I wanted to do the main queue anyway instead of single rider. I think in the end singles probably would have been quicker, but I just wanted to get them views with the new grass and fencing and just show you how that was looking down there. But no, absolutely amazing ride. Love getting back on it. I'll be joining the queue at the end of the day just before 5. And of course they've had quite a lot of new merchandise. I'm going to have a look in the main shop later on, but first have a look in the Hyperia shop and see what there is. Oh, I tell you what, that was good timing getting my ride in. It's now gone down because there was actually a power outage for about 30 seconds. All the power went off. I was just walking through the shop, lights went out, audio and everything. But yeah, the power's now back on. Obviously the ride has gone down now. Safely come to a stop there at the end on the brake run, as it should do. And obviously as the other train was dispatching from the station, yeah, all designed to safely come to a stop in the case of a power cut. So I guess we'll see what happens now. I'd imagine all the rides are going to go down for a period just whilst they're restarting things and checking that everything's safe. Yeah, let's go and have a look in the shop. Yeah, so I was literally just standing here in the shop when all the power went out. Seems like they're getting things sorted out now though. I do love this t-shirt. I've got this one in my collection.
Hyperia is experiencing a delay that unfortunately cannot be resolved imminently.
I like that.
Ceased operation.
Oh, it looks like they might be doing a Q-line evac according to that. Hey, love the hoodie. Really nice design on there. Water bottles. Yeah, this is great. I really like this one. Pretty sure this is new as well. High period across the front, and then obviously the silhouette of the coaster. Still got the jackets in here from last year down there, the caps as well. Some really good merch. This t-shirt's quite nice, and obviously it's embroidered with the logo on there too, which is good. I like the things that are embroidered, you know, because they last better, don't they? And you got like the blue range over here. A few other bits. Yeah, we're going to have a look in the main Thorpe Park shop a little bit later. Blimey, that's a bit messy, isn't it? That needs sorting out. Yeah, I don't recognise this one either. Yeah, there's a few new bits about. I've seen quite a lot of people wearing new merch with the park branding on, so we're going to have a look in the main shop later on. Now, if you have watched the channel for a while, you'll know I'm really not a fan of rides that are SPNO in theme parks. Basically, rides that have closed and then are no longer operating, but they're still standing there. And Slammer closed a number of years ago here at Thorpe Park and has been standing there for quite a few years. However, this winter, they have now fully removed the ride. And yeah, it looks a lot better around here now. And this is exactly where Slammer used to stand here at the park. It was an amazing ride, and of course I would much rather it have stayed operating, but sadly it just wasn't possible. S&S just don't build them anymore, and there's actually none left anywhere in the world. The S&S Sky Swats, it was a brilliant ride. Comment down below on this video if you did ever ride the Slammer here at Thorpe Park. But yeah, I am pleased that they've removed it off the skyline now. So a lot of people were walking around here and thinking, what is that, you know? People that had never done it before. So yeah, it's good that that's now gone. Dead Beats, obviously going to be returning for Friday nights, I presume. The fact they've still got the queue line entrance set up. Yeah, that's one of the scare maze. In fact, that was the new maze for last year. Well, it seems like all the rides on that side of the park are currently closed, which is understandable with the power going out. So we're going to have a walk around this side now, bring you a few more updates, we'll have a look in the shop, and also going to have a look over by Rumba Rapids, because that's not actually reopening until May. So we'll just go and see if anything's going on around there. Good to see the classic though, Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride, still going strong here. I do miss the Thorpe Park Rangers. Good times. And yeah, it's a shame to see it not ready for the start of the season, but it is returning in May 2025. The Rumba Rapids, good to see, because I do like a good rapids, and as much as Rumba, you know, can still do some more theming and things around it to make it a better experience, it's still a good fun ride. It doesn't normally get that big of a queue either, really. Just have a little look around here and just see if they've been doing anything notable. Obviously, Congo River Rapids, Alton Towers, that reopens next week, and that's had a bit of work done to it actually over winter. Not too sure if they've done anything down here or not. Looks pretty similar to how it was last year. Obviously, this is like the final part of the ride. The trough goes all the way around the back there. But yeah, it'd be interesting just to see, you know, if this sticks about for the long term, because Merlin do seem to like closing water rides. There's quite a big plot back here. Maybe it'll turn into future expansion at some point. I know last year there was a few rumours that it was going to close, and you know, it's coming back in May this year, which I am very happy about. But I guess we'll see. Maybe that'll be the next coaster spot. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I do like how they've kept the brands here. Burger King and KFC, and like I said, my lunch was like £7.50. That's why I don't mind. I wish we had the brands at the other parks. I'd love to see them come back to Alton Towers. I was used to have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Pizza Hut. Yeah, I think when the actual park quality food isn't the best, like it's turned into with Aramark, I'd just be happy to see the big brands coming back, to be honest. Double Tea Party, it's good fun. That's the thing, Thorpe is known for the thrills, but it's got a lot of nice family rides still mixed in as well. Double Tea Party. It's good because there's a lot of filler rides at this park. Let's have a little look down Big Easy Boulevard. I do like this area, especially the mural that they painted on the wall here, celebrating Mardi Gras all year long in this area. Unfortunately, much like all the other Merlin parks, they've really cut back on the events for this year, and yeah, there's not actually going to be the usual Mardi Gras event held here at Thorpe Park. Obviously, Halloween's been unaffected. Still seeing Fright Night and Scarefest of Alton Towers, you know, the bigger events like that. But a lot of the smaller events have gone, and like Roaming Street Theatre, yeah, made a lot of cutbacks to entertainment. That's been like the big cutback that they've made over winter. That's really noticeable in the parks. I mean, they've made quite a few cutbacks in other areas, but that's the one that you notice the most, like when you're walking around the park, and obviously that added to the atmosphere before. I do like this light retheme they did around here though. They did a good job. Obviously you can tell it was done on a more of a smaller budget, but it was done at the same time as Hyperia, you know. Detonator, 20-minute wait, not too bad. I might give that a go actually. Yeah, 20 minutes detonator.
If it doesn't open up right away, hit the full switch. It is all ready for a bigger time. I'm sure ready. And that full height. We're thrilled to have you here with a grand entry of our big fabulous working live license. We call it Red White and Blue.
It was advertised 20 and waited only 10 minutes there. Fantastic. And again, the theming around here they added really good. Detonator. Oh, they put it down to 15 now on the board. I like the fancy arrow on the keyboards. How good does that look? Yeah, it's pretty cool use of the screens. Great drop tower there. It's probably the best drop tower in the UK now. Obviously since Apocalypse closed up at Drayton Manor. And you get that hole at the top, you know, where you get to take in all the view. Sunset Cinema over there. Great area. It's a shame they don't have actors out all the time down here though, because it would really make it, wouldn't it? Just add that little bit more. But obviously that's the thing we're just going to get used to this year. Hopefully that isn't the case for the long term at the Merlin Parks, but yeah, we're seeing a lot less entertainment. Apparently something's coming in from an external company at some point, but we don't quite know the extent of what it's going to be coming in yet, so I guess we'll find out, yeah, as the season progresses really with that one. So the biggest shop at Thorpe Park is the Mega Store. It's located right here in the heart of Amity. We're going to go have a look in here now and see some of the new merch. In fact, you can already see some in the little display cabinets here. So yeah, Thorpe Park had a brand new logo for last year. Still not a huge lover, to be honest, of the new logo. But you know, it does look quite smart. If anything, it doesn't scream fun and theme park for me, you know what I mean? These look more like football shirts or something, yeah, like sports shirts. But it does look smart, you know, I can see why they wanted to update it, but I just would have probably gone down was a bit of a different route with it in my opinion. They were using like a visual which had like the Thorpe Park skyline behind it last year, so I'd like to see them kind of put that on a lot of the merch. Stealth Socks. Yeah, some good stuff though. Nemesis Inferno, Colossus merch over here, that's quite snazzy. With the blue and gold. And we got some new resins as well, look at that. I like that one. They're starting to improve these a little bit now this year. I said last year with the resins I wasn't a huge fan of them, but yeah, they're looking good. There's a new stealth resin over here as well. It's only priced at £6. I can see why. I do not like that at all. Look at that. Ooh, it's a bit cheap and tacky that, isn't it? Saw merch. Things like the hoodies have got so much better over the years. You know, they're more expensive now than they used to be. £45 for that one down there. Yeah, that's 50. Well, I've just shown you at the top. Got all your Hyperia merch in here too. I like this hoodie, it's a good design, isn't it, on there? That's fantastic. More Saw merch down here. These are pretty good, aren't they? Like the stencils as well. Then you got this merch over here. This is embroidered though, which is good. It always lasts longer when things are embroidered. £55. Pretty good design on there. Got the snow globe. The bucket hat, yeah, they had that last year, didn't they? And here's the brand new stuff for this year, this whole range, which I've got to say, it does look very smart. Embroidered. How much we're looking on the price for that? Can't see it on the wall. Is it on there? I do wish Merlin would make it easier just to see the price on stuff. Like they don't put it on the tags. It's on the side there. There we go. Hidden away. Purple hoodie £60. Sweatshirts 50. T-shirt 28. And the duffel bag 30. Quite nice. It's a good colour, isn't it? Yeah, quite impressed with the new stuff here. Obviously, I much preferred the old logo. You know, it still screamed out a lot more fun and theme parks. No, yeah, I used to buy a lot of merch from here with the old logo on, so probably not going to get anything with this logo on. It doesn't really, for me, I wouldn't like walk around with that on, you know, because I just prefer something a lot more, you know, what shows you at the theme park. I'd rather go for like one of the ride shirts or something, or hoodie like my Nemesis one I've got on today, or Hyperia t-shirt or something. Just a bit bland these are, you know, like it's just nice merch what they've done, but it's just that logo. I'm just not a lover of it at all. I look there in the mega store here at Thorpe Park at the 2025 merchandise. Some nice new bits in there, especially for the individual rides. I feel like the quality of the merch has got better over time. That does mean though that the price has gone up as well, probably because of the extra quality and also as well inflation, which has gone up with everything, hasn't it really? I remember when mugs were like £6 and resins were £5 and stuff, you know, prices have gone up. You get a hoodie for 30 quid back in the day. A lot of them are like 60 now. I do like the new range. Obviously it's not really for me, but I can understand why some people would really enjoy that stuff and want to wear it around a park. For me though, I prefer something what's a bit more full on, like this Nemesis Reborn hoodie that I've got on today. But yeah, still some good new merchandise in the mega store. Right then, this is one that I've been really intrigued to see today, and this is Ghost Train. Of course, previously used to be Darren Brown's Ghost Train. It's on 20 minutes, so you know what, I'm going to go for it. If it was any more than that, I probably wouldn't want to wait for it. So I don't really think it's worth more than the 20-minute wait, but I am really intrigued to see what this is going to be like today, especially with all the actor cutbacks that have been made across Merlin. This was very heavily reliant on actors. I've not done this for ages. I think I only did it once last season. So yeah, going to go for this at 20 minutes and give it a go, and it is open as well. Obviously the other things on the other side of the park are still closed at the moment because of that power cut. Things are just getting back online, I think. And it's crazy to think that it was actually 9 years ago when this opened as Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Can't believe how fast time goes. That's why you got to make the most of every moment. Yeah, 9 years since it was Darren Brown. And it wasn't really that well received, obviously with the VR headsets and everything on there. So they made some changes to it. They did an update with Rise of the Demon. And then obviously Darren Brown kind of pulled out from it. The license was dropped and now the park did it in-house a couple of years ago. So yeah, we're going to go for it. We'll see what it's like. Obviously I can't film anything inside, but I will talk about the experience afterwards. 20 minutes, let's go. The best thing, seeing all the Easter eggs here in the queue line as well. I did enjoy this when I first did it though, so hopefully it's going to be on form. Well, I've just had a ride there on Ghost Train and waited only 10 minutes as well, which I was very pleased about. In terms of the experience on there, it's not like a traditional tracked Ghost Train where you're going around looking at scenes. It is like a full-on 20-minute theatrical experience, so bear that in mind if you've never been on it before. It does feature live actors, and I'm pleased to say that all the actors were still in there, other than right at the end, as I'll come on to in a moment. Well, basically you start off in this pre-show room, you've got a really nice effect in there with some jump scares, explaining the storyline, and then you end up, of course, going into this huge room where you then see a train carriage. You make your way inside that train carriage, and before you actually used to wear a VR headset in there, whereas now all the VR has been removed from the attraction and it's very theatrical with the actors explaining the story. And basically you end up at Chapel Station, you get off the train, and then there's some really cool effects and theming in there. That's definitely my favourite part, including the effect that comes across the ceiling. The acting quality in there is fantastic and they all do a really good job. You're in that room for a few minutes before getting back on the train, when there's some more jump scares on there and actors coming out from the side. It all kind of lights up with UV at the end as well. All in all, it's like a 20-minute experience. It's worth doing. I don't think it's worth more than like a 15-20 minute wait in my opinion, but the actors were giving it 110% in there, and yeah, I did enjoy getting back in it. Right then, going to go for the Walking Dead the ride now. I'm going to go in the single rider queue over here for this one, because obviously with this ride you're not actually allowed to ride it on your own in a row. You have to have somebody next to you. So if I go down the single, hopefully I should get on fine, because this is the indoor coaster. I'm not really interested in the theme with it being The Walking Dead, but it's a pretty decent indoor coaster. So yeah, going to go and give this a go now. Oh, that was perfect. Only waited about 2 minutes there in the single rider queue. And yeah, The Walking Dead, the ride, indoor roller coaster, located in the pyramid here. Obviously used to be known as X No Way Out and later just X. And I did prefer the old theme, because you got to think it is just a pretty standard Vekoma family coaster. I still find it a bit strange that they went for like a horror theme on what is a family coaster. But no, I do enjoy going on there, especially when you can get on really quick. Hey, there's Colossus back in action. Yeah, that was closed for a couple of hours because of the power cut. Same with Samurai, and down this whole bottom end we saw. I've not been down there yet, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so yeah, I'm going to head down that way shortly and go and check it all out and hopefully get both of them in, but I'll see if I have time. Got Storm Surge here as well, which is still leaking. It's been leaking since it opened. It originally came from Florida, this ride. People do enjoy a ride on Storm Surge, and again, it's quite a basic ride. But you know what, it's good fun, it fits here into Amity. I do wish though it had a roof on that top bit. It's bugged me ever since it first opened. It's never had a roof up there. Obviously quite a basic layout, and then you just drop down and get a little bit wet at the bottom. It's more your feet get wet on there, to be honest. Hi Striker, little family ride they got down here as well. And one of my favourite family rides is round this corner, that's the Flying Fish. Just over here. Oh, it'd be rude not to pass up on the Flying Fish. Mack Ride's power coaster, but it's only on a 5-minute wait. Fantastic, let's go.
And this one is especially for all you aliens out there.
Now Hyperion has spent most of the day closed. It operated for a couple of hours. Obviously it was late opening this morning by about 2 hours. And then we had the power cut and it's been down for another couple of hours now, you know. They have got the water dummies in there, I can see. And you might just see all the water coming out there. It goes around the outward bank. Hey, you see it? I don't know if it picks up on the camera. But yeah, they are hoping to get it back home today, which is good, you know. A lot of parks that get to like an hour before close and they think, oh, you know what, we'll just leave it. But no, that isn't the attitude to have. I'm really glad that they are getting the dummies in there again, and hopefully we're going to be back open. So yeah, as you can see, the beach area is looking really fresh down here. For the first time in a number of years, they're going to be opening this side of the beach in 2025. It's all been repainted. You got the sand down there ready. And yeah, it looks nice, it's iconic. And they have also got plans still for a small stage on this side. Originally there were much bigger plans. They were going to have like a larger stage and food units and things down here. But yeah, that's all kind of been stopped now because of all the cutbacks that have been made with Merlin and the entertainment. They probably thought, wow, there's no point in spending loads of money on a big fancy stage when there's been a lot of cutbacks made. So yeah, that's going to be just a smaller project. Depth charge looking fresh though. I think we've got some fresh paint now, or at least cleaned. Yeah, that's looking really good. And you know, it's them little TLC projects that really go a long way. So yeah, pleased to see them looking after this area at the front of the park. A shame they're not going through with the full project, but I can understand why they're not doing that, because they've got rid of all the entertainments. You know, no point in spending a fortune on a big fancy stage. But they've painted it all up down here and it's looking good. Yeah, going over to Flat Ride Corner now in the Lost City. Love it down here. I'm going to try and get a couple of flats in if I can do. Feels like it's a bit quieter now. Maybe with the power cut, a lot of people left. I'm not too sure. Speaking to a lot of people, you know, some people have had a great day, others haven't. It all depends where you've been at what time. I've been quite lucky today. I've managed to get quite a bit in actually. Oh, this is looking well maintained down here. They've chopped back a lot of the planting, so you can see Zodiac a lot better. That's the Enterprise. And here you got 4 flat rides in this area. Obviously Vortex over there at the back, KMG Afterburner. Oh, that looks almost walk on. Probably get on the next one. So I'm going to jump in that queue, I think. Obviously you got Rush down here as well, the S&S Screaming Swing. That's still going. Just about. It doesn't swing up as high as it used to, but I do like Rush. And then Quantum over here as well. See, I'm probably going to do a couple of flat rides, to be honest. Get those in whilst I'm down here, so I'll get a little bit of off-ride footage. There's more flat rides down in this corner of Thorpe Park than the whole of Alton Towers. Just had a ride on Zodiac, waited literally 2 minutes there on the next cycle after I joined the queue. Quantum, that was also a walk on, and I'm going to go and do Vortex over here now because I may as well make the most of it. I think Russia's got a little bit of a queue, so I'll probably skip that. So I want to try, if I can, I get Saw Single Rider in, maybe Colossus, and then get in the queue for Hyperia, but I've got like less than an hour to do it, so we'll see how I get on. But yeah, I'll be on the next cycle for this. I like getting my flat rides in. Yeah, and they've chopped back all the bushes around here, so you can get much better shots of all these flats. Looking really good. See you when I come off. Love this music. Tell you what though, this weather has cleared up beautifully since it was earlier on when I first got here. Fantastic. Great ride there on Vortex. Yeah, it was on the next cycle. This is what I like to see. Oh, there we go. Hyperia's back up. It must have literally just reopened. Wow, that's really impressive. We're not long to go until park close. Happy to see it in action. So yeah, should be able to join the queue at 5 o'clock. As long as you're in the queue by the time it's 5 o'clock, then you'll get your ride in. That's the same with all the Merlin parks. It's the queue line that shuts at the advertised time and not the actual ride itself. Obviously there's a few parks out there around the world where, you know, they shut the queues off earlier, but yeah, they don't do that in the Merlin parks, which I really do appreciate. Hyperia, back in action. Look at this location though as well. It is stunning, isn't it? Right, I'm going to try and get Saw Single Rider now. It's funny because everyone is running to Hyperia now, which means hopefully this won't be too busy. I might even get Colossus in as well. I'm hoping to. Obviously, you know, I wanted to just get in lots of the other little rides today, like Ghost Train, Walking Dead, things that I don't do every time I come here, but I like to get in at the start of the season just to see what updates there is. You know, I was interested to do Ghost Train. Yeah, because I probably won't do it again this year. That's the thing with Ghost Train, like a once-a-season attraction for me. Colossus. Saw the ride opened here at Thorpe Park back in 2009. It was actually built on reclaimed land. This whole area didn't exist, and if you look at like old photos of the park, like where Colossus is now, that was like the end of the island line, no other, as they used to call it. I still miss that tagline. So, let's go. What's the main queue on? 15 minutes. Single rider as well, or do we just go main? Might just do main. That's ideal. I reckon a lot of people have gone straight over to that. Seeing Hyperia open. Should we go? Yeah, let's go single still. Might be even quicker. Worth making the most of them single rider queues. Do you want to play a game? I certainly do. Good theming. It's very immersive, this ride, and obviously with it having the dark ride scene at the start, that's certainly the highlight of the attraction, in my opinion. I wish the whole coaster would have been an indoor coaster, to be honest, because the outdoor portion obviously isn't the best, and yeah, it's not aged great, but still I should be on in the next few minutes. This is why I really like the single rider queues. I waited about 5 minutes there and it was fantastic, very efficient, not missing any or anything like that, getting the trains fully sent out, and it's brilliant because it just means that, you know, them trains are running on full capacity then instead of empty seats going out. All rides should have a single rider queue in my opinion. In terms of a ride though on Saw, wasn't the best that unfortunately. You're coming off with a bit of a sore head. I was on the front row on the outer seat, and yeah, it is one of the smoother seats I would say on the ride. When you're on the back and on the sides, that's when I find it the roughest. But yeah, I just feel like some of the elements on there, the speed it takes them now, and it just shatters the train, like it goes side to side shaking. It's more than just vibrations. It gives you like a bit of a horrible gear stake when you're coming off there. But still, the layout's fun. I do like the indoor section a lot. But yeah, I just wish that the ride, you know, had aged a lot better. That's the thing with Gersteiger coasters though, they don't age the best unfortunately. I tell you what though, it does look the part there, doesn't it? So still gets people, even though there's a much bigger drop around there to the side now on Hyperia. I'm just going to go and see if we can get Colossus in. There's not one to go until the end of the day. I'm going to try and go for it. There's the Mighty Warrior Samurai. That was repainted for last year. Look at Hyperia there. It's a beauty, isn't it? That blue sky. Oh, it's currently down. It did just send an empty test cycle though. So if the queue line opens in the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to get in it and hope for the best. And yeah, still planning to get in the queue for Hyperia at the end because I really want a second ride on it. Obviously, I'd definitely take that over Colossus, but if I can get this in as well, I will try. We'll see what happens. So I'll wait about for a few minutes. I've got a little bit of time to play with, so we'll see. Good news is they have painted a little bit more up of Colossus. Hopefully by next year it'll all be finished. They need to do the first drop and the loop really. Shame it couldn't have all been done in one winter, you know. But still, with the cutbacks that have gone on behind the scenes at Merlin, I'm grateful that at least done a little bit more of it. Yeah, the corkscrew is looking nice and fresh here. Oh, another test cycle going. Actually, oh, it looks like it might be reopening. I'll see. Hopefully get it in. It's still testing and it's not reopened, and there's literally 7 minutes to go until 5 o'clock. So it was a choice of doing Colossus or getting Hyperia in again. So I'm going to try and get Hyperia in. However, that's also just gone down again and has been sending empty trains. So I think they've already closed the queue line, but if it reopens by rights, they should reopen the queue line if it's before 5 o'clock, obviously. So yeah, it's one of them. If that doesn't reopen, I'll go and wait by Colossus because it looks like it is going to open, but it's going to be a bit too tight. So I'm going to head round there and we'll have a look what's happening, see if this queue line is open or not. Technically it should be for another 7 minutes. I tell you what, I really do feel for Thorpe Park. They've had constant issues with this ride. Look at it, it's just happened again. That was the first train loaded, and there you go. Stuck at the bottom of the lift. There we go, back in action again. Look at that sky. Oh, Hyperia. Yeah, there's clearly some issues with the lift elbow. Hopefully Mac Rides have come in and had a good look at it over winter, but it doesn't seem that way, does it really? Really feel sorry for Thorpe. Yeah, they thought they were buying a nice reliable coaster from a, you know, a huge manufacturer, and it's just not had that reliability at all, which is really sad. But yeah, at least I'm in the queue now. 5 minutes and that queue's closing, so I thought I'll just get in. At least I'll get my ride then, as long as it stays operational, of course. Oh, Hyperia was absolutely flying around the track there at the end, and I enjoyed it so much once again. I'm really happy that I managed to have 2 rides on Hyperia today, and it's only been operating for about 3.5 hours or so, I'd say, out of the whole day. So to get 2 rides in, I am very happy about that. And you know what? I've had a really good day today at Thorpe Park. Obviously, they had the power cut, but I feel like they dealt with that pretty well and got things open again as soon as they could do. Obviously, Hyperia not being open from the start of the day wasn't great. However, it is clear that they're trying their best to get that ride operational as much as they can do. I think this one goes right back to the manufacturer, Mac Rides, to be honest. There's clearly some issues with the lift still, and I'm hoping they can get them sorted out soon, because yeah, that's where it seems to be having the issues. But still, it's an incredible ride, my favourite coaster here in the UK, and loved getting on there again today, twice, which was brilliant. Still hoping they put a front row queue in at some point, because I definitely wait for it. I love it on the front. Not had a front row for ages, and obviously it's still not got a front row queue, so hopefully they'll add that at some point in the near future. There's definitely room for it. Love getting back on Stealth today. Missed out on a rollback, but you know what, it was great to get on it. Along with that, the Swarm, Nemesis Inferno I enjoyed today. Did like the Walking Dead, did Ghost Train, some flat rides. I've done a lot today. The only thing I missed out on really is Colossus, which I would have liked to have got. If it had been open there at the end, I would have quickly just got it in, but unfortunately I didn't. But it's been a great day. Operations from what I've seen have been pretty good, other than things that I mentioned, but obviously a power cut is out of the park's control, isn't it really? Overall, it's been a good day. Weather's been nice. Started off at the start of the vlog with all the rain, and then it got gradually better throughout the day. That it turned out really nice and warm in the afternoon, which was fantastic. The park's looking quite fresh. Obviously, with Thorpe Park, they don't do any kind of February half term or Christmas openings or anything. It's literally a full winter closure. So obviously, that does mean that it's looking quite fresh, as it should do, you know, because they've gone round over winter. They've had the time to do that work instead of like opening for a limited amount, like Alton Towers and Chessington and Lego. They all like do winter events. Thorpe don't. It's a full closure from the end of the season. So the park was looking really good. And overall, yeah, I'm impressed. It's been a good day. Look forward to getting back in a few weeks. I'm climbing Hyperia. I'm booked on for that experience, which I cannot wait for. But thanks so much for joining me as always here on the channel. Got Drayton Manor opening day coming up next, and I'm really excited for it. But that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.